Hello everyone, my name is Manat and I'm going to discuss exclusion, integration, and inclusion today. This part of my project for understanding and supporting expectationality. But first, let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever seen a child who was left outside of playing simply because they were different? Whether that is some sort of disability or difference in language. Let's first define what these terms means. Exclusion is when a child does not get to participate at all and is completely excluding from a group or from learning. Integration is when children are placed in the same classroom but without any modifications or adjustments in order to allow the child to be part of it. And inclusion is when all children are welcomed and respected and given the support to be able to participate in whatever is occurring regardless of culture or needs. Do you understand what it means for a learning space to be inclusive? Let's look at a few terms that are important. Equity means fair, not fair as in giving each child the same, but giving each child what they need to succeed. High expectations are evident in that we as educators believe every child can learn and grow. Cultural responsiveness is when we are incorporating each child's culture through songs, books, pictures, and or celebrations. Ableism and disableism are unjust beliefs that being able bodies is normal. We therefore must combat these ideas. Respect for difference. Recognizing and expecting differences among children and families is important, and those differences should be respected. Gender equality. Gender identity. Knowing that children can express themselves in different gender roles or ways is acceptable. Sexual identity. Even at a very young ages, young children may come from families with same sex parents or caregivers. Educator must respect and include all family types. Family situations. Some families may have financial struggle, separation, or other changes. Each child needs support with empathy. Location. Children living in rural or remote locations experience other challenges and this needs to understood and supported. An overview of these terms. Equity. What does it mean? Every child is unique. Equity means giving each child what they need to grow and learn. How equity support inclusion. Educators change the way they teach and give support and tool to help every child succeed. Children feel supported and have a fair chance to succeed. The next is high expectations. What does it mean? Every child can learn and succeed regardless of their ability or background. How high expectation support inclusion. Educators believe in where every child challenges them and support them to grow. Children feel proud, confident, and motivated to preserve. The next is cultural responsiveness. What does it mean? Children come from many different culture, tradition, languages, and way of living. How cultural responsiveness supports inclusion. In classrooms, they will see culturally relevant songs, stories, and celebrations. Children feel proud of their identity and develop respect for others' identities. Disabilism and ableism. The definition of this is disabilism refers to the prejudiced agents individual living with disabilities. Ableism is a belief that people who do not have disabilities are the norm. How this approach support inclusion. Teachers integrate lesson and material that support children with disabilities. Children feel included, valued, empowered to participate in learning and play. Respect for diversity. The definition. Every child is unique, have different family circumstances, languages, identities, and life experiences. How this approach supports inclusion. Classrooms recognize and promotes differences in children's identity and teach kindness and respect for others. Children feel valued and form their identity. Gender equality. Definition. Children understand and express gender in a wide variety of ways. How this approach supports inclusion. Teachers does not allow stereotypes such as boys do this or girls do that. All children are free to explore roles, toys, and clothes. Every child feels safe to be themselves. Sexual identity definition. Some children have LGBTQ plus parents. All children grow up learning who they are. How this approach support inclusion. Teachers can talk about love and families in simple and respectful ways. Children feel their families are accepted and they feel free to be themselves. Family situations. Definition. Family situation can be different. Single parent, foster families, same sex parents, or extended family members. The ways it support inclusion. All family will feel welcomed and valued as a part of the learning community. Children will feel good about their family and know that they belong. Geographic location definition. Where children live, rural, urban, or remote areas, has an impact on their daily life, experiences, and worldviews. The way it support inclusion. Educator connect learning regularly to the local community and children's environment. Learning appears relevant, authentic, and meaningful for each child. What do educators do to accomplish this? Educators play a significant role. Inclusion is not just a practice that is implemented. It is about making sure all children feel safe, included, and proud of who they are by changing their activities, using visual aids, or offering emotional support. When the educator includes or represents various types of families, cultures, and abilities in the classroom, they develop a classroom community that all families feel as though it is their community. Let's consider another practice and two real life examples. Case study 1. Emily. Emily is a 4-year-old and she is deaf. Emily's previous staff didn't know how to include or support her in their programs. The educators at her new program are learning a little sign languages using pictures to support and encourage communication and ensuring that she is included in all the activities. That is inclusion, and it is supported and demonstrated through the educator. The next case study is about Deep and Arsh. Deep is wearing hijab and Arsh is wearing turban. The children made comments about how they all look different. Rather than dismissing it, the educator used this opportunity to highlight it that they were all different. The educator read a number of stories that featured characteristics in traditional clothes and asked the children to share their own stories of traditions and cultural components with the class. The educator also placed scarves and turbans in the dress up area and eventually invited families in the classroom to share their own cultural stories. It made it possible for all children to learn to embrace and appreciate other children in the class. The next is critical reflection. I'm from India and came to Australia to study. It has created a value for me in being able to support every child, no matter their religion, culture, or ability level in the learning space. In my education career, I have developed friendships with many fellow educators in the cultures of Philippines and Italy that I worked with. I believe we defined connected better when we understood each other's culture. As educator of tomorrow, we must support every child in valuing who they are. In conclusion means respecting diverse perspectives and child friendliness for all children and families, whether with the storybook, center-wide and conversations or family engagement. Educator can develop safe, happy and respectful learning environments for all the children and families and empower educator to develop environment learning space that are welcoming and equitable and respectful. This is the line with respected researchers like Ellen and Crowdy 2015, Hyde, Dole and Tail 2021, and CQA 2024 guides on inclusions and equity in practice. Thank you very much for your attention. Do you have any questions or thoughts so far?